Good afternoon, Yoga on Main yogis. My name is Barb, studio owner, practitioner, and teacher. We're going to get you guys started today with our first stretch, flow, and breathing practice. So go ahead and find a nice comfy seat to start. And take whichever leg variation feels best in your body. Sit up nice and tall, crown of the head stacks over the tail, hands in your lap, palms up or down. Option to close your eyes if you're comfortable. We'll just start with a body scan. Notice where your sits bones connect to the ground. Notice where your glutes and your thighs touch the floor. Notice where your legs, knees, where they connect to your mat. Notice your feet, your ankles, and your toes, and where they touch the ground. And notice the gentle expansion of your belly and chest as you breathe in. Notice your belly and chest as they deflate on your breath out. Notice the muscles in your back. Notice your shoulders, down your arms. Notice where your hands rest on your body. And bring your awareness to your neck, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows. And your next breath in, fill up your belly. Open your mouth and let it go. Then bring your hands to your shins or knees. And we'll start with some seated cows and cats. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale to round your spine. Inhale as you lift your chin, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck your chin. Take 3 more rounds of your seated cow and cat with your breath. Once you're complete, come back to center. And then we'll take some full circle rotations here, moving in either direction. Be sure to touch both sides, front and back. Move with your breath. And change your direction. Take 3 more rounds of breath. Take what your body needs. Feel free to pause in a pose if it feels good. And make your way back to that tall, stacked spine. And go ahead and draw your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, up, back, and down as you exhale. 1 more time. Release your arms by your side. Sit up nice and tall. Shoulder blades squeeze together behind you. Draw your chin to your chest. As you exhale, draw that right ear towards your right shoulder. Draw your left shoulder away from your left ear. Maybe even walk those left fingers away from your left hip. Option to bring that right hand on top of your left ear, not forcing or pulling, just adding a little extra sensation. Gently release your ear if you have it. Bring your head upright to center. Then exhale your chin to your chest. Go ahead and draw that left ear to your left shoulder. Draw your right shoulder away from your right ear. Maybe the right fingers walk away from your right hip. Option to bring that left hand on top of your right ear. Gently release your hand. Inhale your head back upright to center. And then we're going to switch the cross of our legs. So whichever shin was in front, bring it onto the back. Reset your sits bones. This might feel a little awkward at first. It's okay. On your next breath in, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Option to lift your gaze. Exhale, hinge at your hips as you fold forward. As you inhale, walk those hands back in towards your shins. Bring your left hand by your left hip. Inhale that right arm up toward the ceiling and over toward the left side wall. Option to come down to your forearm if you have the space. Be sure to open your chest up toward the ceiling and lift your gaze. Extend long through those right fingertips. Then inhale to center. And exhale as you switch sides. Notice if this side feels different than the other. It should, and that's just fine. Draw your shoulder blades together behind you. Lengthen out long through your left fingertips. And inhale up to center. And this time, plant your hands behind you so fingers point to your hips. Hug your elbows in toward each other. Ground down to lift your chest, lift your chin. And your next breath in, gently lift up and out. And come over into tabletop, hands and knees. Once you've landed in your tabletop, look for stacking. Shoulders over your wrists, fingers spread wide. Hips over your knees, toes spread wide. Actively press into your mat. Cow and cat. Inhale to drop your belly, lengthen through your chest. Exhale to round your spine as you tuck your chin and tuck your tail. And take 3 more flows with your breath. After your last round, take your knees as wide as your mat. Press your hips to your heels for extended child's pose. Take 3 full breaths here. Let your forehead rest on your mat. And keep those fingers and toes spread nice and wide as you ground down into the earth. Go ahead and press yourself up just enough to thread that right arm underneath your chest, palm face up, coming to rest on your right shoulder and your right ear. Option to keep those left fingers reaching toward the top of your mat, or take that half bind behind your low back. Inhale, press yourself back up to center, and exhale as you come into the other side. Resting on your left shoulder, your left ear, gaze to your left fingertips. Option to keep your left arm long on your mat or reach it up and behind you towards your left hip crease. Inhale, come back up to center. Press up into tabletop. And we'll find a spinal balance. Extend that left arm straight ahead in line with your left shoulder. Drive your right leg back behind you in line with your right hip. Toes point to the floor. If you need a modification here, you can leave your fingertips and toes on the ground. Otherwise, keep them lifted and reach long. Take another big breath in. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in. One more. Inhale to reach long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. And switch sides. Right arm extends forward. Left leg drives back. Press up through the back of your left knee and press out of your left shoulder. Draw your low belly up and in. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release. Now find puppy pose. Hips stay nice and high. Walk your hands forward, lowering your chest and your forehead towards the mat. If this is too much sensation, you can always rest your chest on a block, a pillow, or a rolled up blanket. If this is not enough sensation, you can lift up to your chin. And take 2 more big breaths here. And as you inhale, come forward onto your forearms, lowering your belly to the ground for Sphinx pose. Shoulders stack over elbows, fingers spread wide, press into your toenails. Lengthen through your chest, press through the top of your head. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, lower down, palm on palm, forehead on top. Maybe wiggle out your hips side to side. And then we'll press up into a high plank. Anytime you need to modify your high planks today, you can drop to your knees. Make sure your booty isn't lifted if you drop to your knees. Make sure it's in line with your chest and your knees. From your high plank, take another big breath in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Now I want you to land in stillness in this first down dog for 3 breaths. For 3 breaths, pay close attention to your physical body. Notice any sensations that you feel. Notice any spaces or places that feel tight or tired, sore, or maybe even open or loose. Now use that information you found and take on some movement. And so often we jump right into the same thing we always do, and sometimes it helps to just pause. Make sure in your downward facing dog that your fingers and toes are spread out nice and wide. Draw the pit of your belly up and in towards your spine. On an inhale, come high to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, shoulder blades hug together. Exhale, fold. Ragdoll, take your feet nice and wide. Hips distance or wider. And soften your knees as much as you need to. And reach for opposite elbows. Frame your ears with your biceps. Let your head hang heavy. Use your exhales here in this fold to drop what you do not need. Drop any worries, any to-dos, anything that doesn't serve you on your mat right now. If it feels good, maybe sway your torso side to side or shake your head out yes and no. And from here, we're gonna do some sunflowers. As you inhale, roll up towards your right side. Come all the way to stand. Exhale, roll down your left side. Inhale, roll up your left side. All the way to stand. Exhale, roll down your right. Now release your elbows. Take a bind behind your low back. Extend your knuckles toward the ceiling. If your shoulders are really tight, you can grab a towel, a strap, whatever you need to grab onto between your hands to give you a little more space. And take one more full belly breath in. Exhale, release your bind. Keep your feet wide, lift halfway. Then take a twist, left hand to the floor or a block, left knee bends, extend your right arm up to the ceiling. Gaze to your lifted fingers, take a big breath in. Exhale, release, and switch sides. Right hand down, right knee slightly bent, left arm reaches up. Exhale, release. Heel toe your feet to touch. And slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Your head should be the last thing to lift. Once you're standing tall, draw those shoulders up, back, and down. Equal standing pose. So hips are stacked over heels. Your bony hips, not your meaty hips. Belly button is engaged. Pubic bone lifts towards your chin. On an inhale, reach up to the ceiling, tall mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Fold forward, hinge at your hips. Lift halfway. Fold. One more, inhale to rise. Exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway. Fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Open arm twist to your right. Gaze over your right shoulder. Press your right hip forward. Inhale to center, reach tall. Exhale, open arm twist to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Open arm twist to your right. Inhale, reach tall to center. Exhale, open arm twist to your left. Inhale, tall to center. Exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway. High plank. Stay tall or drop to your knees. Inhale slightly forward. Exhale to your low plank or all the way down to your belly. Cobra or up dog. Press into your toenails. Downward facing dog. Let it go. Find 3 full breaths here. And then we'll take 2 rounds of sun A's. Try to flow at the pace of your breath. Pause if you need to. Skip a pose if that suits you. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk, step, or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Fold forward. Lift halfway. High to low plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 full breaths. Reset those roots, fingers and toes spread wide, low belly pulls up and in. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana, big breath in. Fold forward. Lift halfway. High to low plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. One more full breath in. Full breath out. And send that right leg high, 3-point. Lift with your heel, toes point to the floor. Now bend your right knee, open your hips, breathe into that sensation. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, cheetah, knee to nose. 3-point. Down dog. Inhale your left leg high, 3-point. Drive your right heel toward the floor, left heel toward the ceiling. Now bend your left knee, open those hips, breathe into what you feel. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, cheetah. 3-point. Down dog. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. So you have a couple options for chair. Right? Imagine there's an actual tiny chair sitting behind you, waiting for you to sit in it. Big toes touch, heels slightly parted, tailbone points straight to the floor. If it's too much for your feet to touch, you can bring them hips distance. Again, your bony hips, not your meaty hips. Wherever you are, zip up your belly, pubic bone to chin. Take another inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Left leg steps back, low lunge on your right. Drop your back knee, inhale your arms to the ceiling, low crescent, and hold here for a few breaths. Half split, straighten that right leg, lift your right toes. If it's helpful, you can bring your hands up to props, your tippy toes, tippy fingers, fingertips. Use your inhale to lengthen through your chest, exhale to fold a little deeper. Inhale to that low lunge. Exhale over to lizard. So walk that right foot to the right edge of your mat. Bring both hands inside your right foot. You can stay tall on your palms or come down to your forearms or even a prop. Wherever you go, make sure your booty doesn't lift higher than your chest. If you've lifted your booty higher, then it's a good sign you need to lift your chest. Take another full breath in, lengthen through your heart. As you exhale, bend your left knee, reach back for your left foot with your right hand. If you can't reach, it's okay, you can stay right here. If you can reach and you need more sensation, gently draw that foot closer to your backside body. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Heel toe that right foot between your hands. Lift your back knee. Step to the top of your mat. Chair pose. Shift your weight into your heels. Soften your toes. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back. Low lunge on your left. If your floor is hard and you need some extra support, it's a great option to take a blanket underneath that back knee. When you're ready, reach those arms up tall, press into all of your right toenails and hold here for a few breaths. Half split, straighten that left leg. Bring your hands to the floor, maybe to props. Reach those left toes towards your face. Use your inhales to lengthen. Exhales to fold. Then we're inhaling to lizard. Bend that left knee, heel toe your left foot to the left edge of your mat. If it's helpful, you can walk those right toes a little farther back. Find your version. Lengthen through your chest. Notice if you're dumping into your shoulders. Next, inhale, reach that left arm up and back. Find your right foot or reach for it. Inhale, release. Replace that hand. Heel toe your left foot in between. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Fold forward, hinge at your hips. Lift halfway, high to low plank, or go right to down dog. Cobra or up dog, lift your chest. Downward facing dog, let it go. On your next breath in, send that right leg high, 3-point. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, mountain climber prep. Inhale, 3-point. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, big breath in. Mountain climber prep, big breath out. 3-point. Down dog. Option to stay here. Come down into child's pose, or make your way to the top of your mat. If you've come to the top of your mat, we're gonna find a big toe hold, and when you're ready, you can meet us here. Feet as wide as your hips or wider. Wrap those peace sign fingers around your big toes. Inhale to lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale to hinge and fold forward. Find your breath here. Release those toes. Heel toe your feet to touch. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Draw your belly button in. Fold forward. Lift halfway. Fold. Low lunge on your right. Left leg steps back. Drop your left knee. Inhale up to low crescent. Exhale to your half split. Straighten that right leg. Lengthen through your chest. Inhale to lizard. Walk that right foot to the right edge of your mat. Inhale, reach up and back for those left toes. Next inhale, reach up and forward. Replace that foot between your hands. Lift your back knee. Warrior one. So spin your back foot to seal the outer blade to the floor. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Warrior two. Open your hips, gaze over your front fingers. Peaceful warrior, inhale to reach back, stay low. Exhale, cartwheel down, hands to the floor, left foot meets right. Chair pose. Fold forward. Lift halfway. Fold. Right leg steps back, low lunge on your left. Lower your back knee, reach your arms high. Half splits, extend your left leg long, lengthen through your chest. Lizard, inhale into that left knee, walk your foot to the left edge of your mat. Next inhale, reach that left arm up and back, find those right toes. Next inhale, reach up and forward. Heel toe your left foot between your hands. Lift your back knee, spin your back foot down, warrior one. Warrior two. Make sure your left knee is tracking open. You should be able to see your left big toe. Reach your hands away from each other. Zip up your belly. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, down. Hands to the floor. Right foot meets left. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Fold forward. Lift halfway. High to low plank or go right to down dog. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. You can also take child's pose if you need to. And feel free to get a sip of water, towel off if it's warm. And when you're ready, we'll meet in down dog. Inhale your right leg high, 3-point. Exhale, twist your cheetah, right knee to left elbow. 3-point. Down dog. Left leg lifts, 3-point. Exhale, twist your cheetah, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-point. Downward facing dog. Come high to your toes, bend your knees, walk, step, or float forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Gorilla. Take your feet nice and wide, also called hand to foot pose. Bend your knees deep enough so you can slide your palms under your feet. Toes might get to your wrist creases. And let your head hang heavy. Press your sits bones to the ceiling and connect to your breath. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet to touch. Slowly roll yourself up to stand. Now ground down into your left foot. We're going to find eagle on our right. Wrap your right leg over your left. Squeeze your legs together. Right arm reaches under, left arm reaches over. Reach for opposite shoulders or take the full eagle back. Switch sides. Eagle on your left. Now one side is usually a little better balanced than the other side. That's okay. Find your drishti, your focal point for your eye gaze, and connect to your breath. Stork. Round down into your left leg. Float your right thigh parallel to the ground. And reach your arms up to the ceiling. Plug your fingers into the ceiling. Straighten your right leg. Airplane. Send that leg long behind you. Lift through your heel. Lift your chest. Rise up to stork. Release and switch sides. And stork on your left. Zip up your belly to keep your thigh lifted. Straighten your leg. Airplane. Point that left pinky toe down toward the floor. Stork. Release. Figure four. Go ahead and cross that right ankle just above your left knee. Flex your right foot. Hands to heart center. Sink your hips down and back. Slowly rise up, release that leg, and switch sides. Figure four on your left. Find a nice burn in that right hip, and a nice stretch in your left hip. Inhale to slowly rise. Release and come to the top of your mat. Find that eagle standing pose once again. Zip up, stand tall, reach through the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. This time send your right leg high, 3-point. Bend your knee, open your hips. Option to stay here or flip your dog if it's in your practice. If you're coming into flip dog, walk those feet into hips distance. Lengthen through your chest. Flip back, 3-point. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Side angle lunge. You can bring that forearm to your front thigh.
Hand to a block or the floor. Top arm can reach straight up to the ceiling or over your head for an extra side body stretch. Triangle. Straighten your right leg. Keep a little water behind your knee. Then lengthen through your side bodies. Reach up to the ceiling. Ignite your legs. Engage your belly as you slowly rise to stand. Side facing wide-legged folds. Pivot both feet to face the same side of your mat. Hinge at your hips as you fold forward. And take 5 breaths here. And begin to walk those hands under your shoulders. Lift up halfway. And walk your hands towards the top of your mat. And step that back foot in slightly. Find pyramid. Press your right hip toward the back wall. Hug your left hip toward the front. Fold over your right leg, excuse me. Take one more full breath in. Lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, take a twist. Right arm reaches high. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Fold forward. Lift halfway. High to low plank or go right to down dog. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. This time we lift our left leg high, 3-point. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Stay here or flip your dog. 3 breaths wherever you are. Ground down to lift up. Three-point. Warrior 1. Inhale to rise. Warrior 2, open those hips. Peaceful warrior, stay low as you reach back. Side angle lunge, your version. Triangle, straighten that left leg. Keep a little water behind your knee. Open your chest to the ceiling. Reach up, maybe reach back. And slowly rise. Side facing wide-legged fold. This time take a bind behind you. As you inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, hinge and fold. One more big breath in. Bigger breath out. Release any binds. Lift halfway. And walk those hands to the top of your mat, stepping in slightly for pyramid. Press your left hip toward the back wall. Hug your right hip toward the front. Twist your pyramid. Lift and lengthen your spine. Reach that left arm up to the ceiling. Lengthen out, hips to crown. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Crouch and curl. Lift your heels, drop your bottom towards your heels. You can keep your hands on the ground or hug your knees in tight. Forehead to knees if it's comfortable. Take a big breath in and let it go. Then take a seat on your mat. Lie back and set up for bridge. You have several options for bridge. You can take a supported bridge with a blanket, a bolster, a block, or something underneath your sacrum. You can take a regular bridge, ground down into your feet, toes point straight ahead, lengthen through your knees. Or you can take a shoulder bridge, binding your hands underneath you, crawl up onto the backs of your upper arms. And find some space between your chin and your chest. Take one more inhale. Exhale, gently lower. Recline, bound angle. Let your knees fall open wide, feet pressed together. Bring a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart. Physically connect to that powerful breath that lives inside you. Draw your low belly in as you draw your knees together. Draw your knees into your chest, full wind pose. If it feels good, maybe rock from side to side. Release your left leg to the floor. Keep your right knee drawn into your chest. Find half happy baby. Press the sole of your right foot to the ceiling. You can reach behind your right thigh, around your shin, or the sole of your right foot. And bring that left hand to your left hip. Make sure you're not rolling up off the floor. Recline, figure four. Plant your left foot flat on your mat. Cross your right ankle just above your left knee. Stay here. See what you feel. If you need to add on, you can thread your arms around your left leg and reach behind your thigh. If you need more sensation, you can reach around your left shin. Just notice how that feels on your knee. Keep your right foot flexed to protect your knee and press your low back into the floor. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release. Full wind pose. Both knees to your chest. Release your right leg long on the floor. Keep your left knee drawn in close. half happy baby. Find what version works best for you on this side. If you hear some grumbling in the background, my dog is snoring behind the camera. Recline figure 4. Plant your right foot flat on your mat. Cross your left ankle just below your right knee or above, depending on how you're looking at it. Start here and see what you feel. If you need more sensation, go ahead and thread those arms through and around your right thigh. If you need more, reach around your right shin. Take one more full breath in and full breath out. Release your legs, find full wind pose. And find full happy baby. Drop both knees towards your underarms. Press your low back into the floor. Feet are flexed like you're going to stand on the ceiling. And stay still or rock your baby from side to side. Release your feet, hug your knees to your chest, rock and roll from back to front. Then rock yourself up to a tall seat. Go ahead and extend your right leg long, left knee bent. Gentle twist towards those right toes. Find a tall spine. And as you exhale, fold over your right leg. Inhale to rise and switch sides. Right foot to your left inner thigh. Reach those left toes towards your face. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Extend both legs long, seated forward fold. Remove the flesh from your sits bones. Toes reach towards your face. As you exhale, hinge and reach your chest toward your toes. Reverse tabletop, rise up, plant those hands behind you, knees bent. As you inhale, ground down to lift, knees, hips, and heart in line. If it's comfortable, you can even drop your head back. Shoulders stack over wrists, knees stack over heels. exhale to lower. Come on to your back and find your inversion. You can take whatever suits you. I'll be taking waterfall. If you have a blanket, a block, or a bolster, just lift your hips enough to slide that prop underneath your sacrum. Make sure your prop is in a good spot. It should be really comfortable. Then extend your legs up toward the ceiling. You can soften your knees if that helps. Release your arms by your sides, palms face up so your shoulders can release. Waterfall and its variation, legs up a wall, are awesome poses for stress, to help you sleep, and also to help boost your immune system. This is a great pose to do on its own, before bed, in the morning. Slowly begin to bend your knees as you bring your feet to the floor. Gently lift your hips to remove your prop and find a spinal twist. You can draw your right knee to your chest or both knees in. Then draw your knee or knees over to the left. Gaze to your right if it feels okay. Try to keep both shoulder blades glued to the floor. One more big breath in, lengthen your spine. Bigger breath out, rinse out. Gently roll to center and switch sides. Find 5 full breaths here. Imagine you're rinsing out a wet washcloth. Inhale to lengthen your spine from top to tail. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Gently roll to center. Draw your knees to your chest. Then take what you need to settle into your final relaxation. If you have a bolster, a blanket, or a pillow, it might feel comfortable to place it under your knees. If it's cooled off a little at home or you just want to add an extra layer, maybe throw a blanket over the top. Let your arms rest away from your sides, palms face up to the ceiling. Before we fully settle in, we'll take one final scan of our bodies. Notice where your heels connect to the floor. Notice your arches, your toes, and the tops of your feet. Bring your awareness up to your ankles, your shins. Notice where your calves connect to the floor or your props. Notice your knees, your thighs, and where your hamstrings connect to the ground or your props. Notice your hips and pelvis. Notice where your glutes connect to the floor. Notice your back, your shoulders, and where they connect to your mat. Notice the subtle rise and fall of your belly and chest as you breathe in and breathe out. Notice your collarbone, the notch at the base of your neck. Notice your jaw. Notice your cheeks and ears. Notice the space between your eyebrows. Notice where the back of your skull connects to your mat. And bring your awareness down your arms. Notice where they connect to the ground. Notice your wrists. Notice where the backs of your hands touch the floor. Notice your palms and fingers and where they touch the air. Take one final full breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Find movement in your wrists and ankles. Reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch. And draw your knees into your chest and gently roll to your favorite side. When you're ready, press yourself up to a tall, comfortable seat. The seat that we started in at the beginning of our practice. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. And together we'll take one final cleansing breath. Inhale to fill your belly. Open your mouth and let it go. Lift your thumb knuckles to the center of your forehead. And together we bow as we say, Namaste.
And that's all for today, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat. I hope you got a little something that you needed. Be sure to check out our channel for the rest of the next 2 weeks as we plan to post a new class video every day. Stay well.